And we are back at the North-South All-Star Softball game. Going to kick it to Rachel Reynolds, our PA for introductions. This game, Region 2 versus Region 4.
Samantha Koloff from Petersburg. Courtney Hartley, Lewis County. Macy Franklin, Lewis County. Alexis Williams, Lincoln. McKenna Coran, Doddridge. Ellie Sloan, Musselman. Gina Alvaro, Robert C. Byrd. Mahaley Nicholson, Roane County. Piper Harlan, Roane County. Rebecca Fox, Hedgesville. And Kaylee Dalton, Jefferson. Region 2 coaches, Amanda McDaniel from Philip Barber and John Boggs from Lewis County. Ladies and gentlemen, your Region 2 away team. Now announcing our home team, Region 4, Hannah Price, Scott High School. Taylor No, Logan. Erica Sigmund, Chapmanville. Madison Pitts, Spring Valley. Kaylee Bias, Point Pleasant. Lindsay Runyons, Polka High School. Lauren Guthrie, Sherman. Haley Muncie, Tug Valley. Albany Anastasio, Sissonville. Quinn Ballingy, Cabell Midland. Olivia Bell, Cabell Midland. Emily Ratchford, Ravenswood. Kennedy Schilling, Winfield. Alex Hurley, Winfield. Bree Martin, Buffalo. Kendra Dunbar, Polka. Lily Chandler, Winfield. Region 4 coaches are Mikey Smith from Scott, Chad Barker, Scott, Doug Kennedy from Scott, and Steve Hensley from Winfield. Ladies and gentlemen, your Region 4 North-South team. Need to make an amendment. We neglected to mention a player from Region 2, Katie Kennedy from Philip Barber. Our sincerest apologies, Katie. Do I sing the anthem here too? I think they're waiting. Huh? Okay, good.
About time to play some ball. We got Region 2 versus Region 4. A whole lot of talent scattered all across the field. Looking at the Region 4 squad, right fielder Emily Ratchford from Ravenswood, Kaylee Bias from Point Pleasant. Got some players from the back-to-back state champion Winfield team, Kennedy Schilling among them, as well as Alex Hurley, Lily Chandler. So this is an exciting one. This could go either way. I think there's a lot of star power out there on the field.
Both teams are pretty stacked. With so many state appearances on Region 4's team, ought to be very, very good, very interesting game.
What do you think's made Steve Hensley and Winfield so good recently?
Here's maybe a little unknown fact about Steve Hensley. He has actually 4 state championships under his belt. 2 for baseball, which I wasn't even aware that he was a baseball coach for Winfield at some point, but he certainly is. And 2 softball championships. And a little known fact is both his baseball, his ride to the state championship, both in baseball and softball, were very similar. He had first state appearance for baseball, fell a little bit short, and then came in for 2 straight. So 3 straight appearances, 2 straight championships, and then the same for softball. And then his championship game there at Winfield, the very last game where they competed against Kaiser, that was his 200th career win.
That's a good way to do it.
Good way to end a successful season. Mr. Hensley is a force to be reckoned with in whatever sport he chooses to coach, baseball or softball. So he's a very huge asset for Winfield High School.
He's doing some fence leaning over there on the first base side, as Region 4 is the home team, so 2's going to start things off with Piper Harlan. Harlan out of Roane County, a second-team All-State infielder with the Mighty Raiders. 1, 2, 3, going to go Piper Harlan, Alexis Williams, and Samantha Kola. As the pitcher is Madison Pitts. Pitts out of Spring Valley High School. First pitch delivery to Harlan is at the knees, called strike 1.
Pitts is committed to Glenville State University as a pitcher. Bright future for her.
Going to be a pioneer.
Going to be a pioneer in the Mountain East.
As this is dribbled backward. This would be a good event for some scouts to come to. Hopefully there's a couple in the building.
And there are several girls on this Region 4 team that are uncommitted yet that are still looking around.
Called strike 3, outer black. So pinpoint location is Pitts with the strikeout. One down, nobody on. Here's Alexis Williams out of Lincoln County. This is hit backward. And here's the delivery. Is a soft pop-up at the shortstop, easy catch. And 1 away as Quinn Ballingy makes the play.
Quinn's one of those, Quinn's one of those uncommitted players. She's looking at East Tennessee State and Concord right now, so she could stay in state or she could be moving.
There's Samantha Kola, as it's a soft dribbler, shallow ground ball, second base, play made, as Hannah Price will retire the side. So 1, 2, 3, down goes Region 2 in the top of the first. We are back in the bottom half from the North-South All-Star softball game after this.
Spaghetti. Wow, Geno's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Geno's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any 2-topping large Geno's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
Salty, but sweet, but savory all over. Well, it's a Tudor's Flapjack, of course. A breakfast sandwich that everyone is flipping over. Salty sausage or bacon, or Canadian bacon if you choose. Served between 2 sweet maple-infused flapjacks, and a savory flavor that will have you begging for more. No matter how your morning stacks up, we've got breakfast covered. Tudor's Biscuit World. Salty, sweet, and savory. That's our flapjacks.
game, as it is 0-0 here in the bottom of the first. Pitcher here is Mahaley Nicholson for Roane County. She'll face the leadoff lefty for Region 4. That's Taylor No, the center fielder. Nicholson to No. It's fouled off the fence. Taylor making the trip from Logan High School. So you would have seen Nicholson during the LKC tournament. What does the right-hander offer?
She offers a lot of speed, a lot of consistency. She hits her spots well. One of the things that Roane County squad was just a really good AA squad for the year. She seems cool, collected in the circle. She knows what she's doing. So
here's the pitch. No, gonna chop it over in foul territory near Coach Hensley.
No's committed to Akron U, Division I.
Gonna be a zip. That's a MAC
That's a big
school.
one.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
And swung on and missed.
Nicholson's at least out of the gates, proven that she's doing the job.
Yeah, that's a good MAC conference. My sister played for Toledo back in the day. We talked about Mikey Liven earlier. Taylor No. If you're playing D1 softball, you're an elite athlete.
Yes.
And here's the shortstop here, Quinn Ballingy. Is going to bloop one shallow right center. It finds some grass. And we've got the first base knock of our semifinal here. Ballingy aboard. One down, one on for the first baseman sporting the red and white pinstripes, Olivia Bell. Bell from Cabell Midland High School. This is pulled foul. Cabell Midland got the state championship on the baseball side of things.
Belle's also using her summer to figure out where she's going to go to school for softball. She's currently uncommitted.
As this is popped foul territory off the fence. And those are tough decisions.
Those are.
'Cause
Next 4 years of your life.
exactly.
It's got to feel like home and have your major, as well as getting to do what you love. It's a big decision.
It's got to be a good program, but one where you're confident you'll see the field and you
Right.
trust the coaching staff. It's just a lot of factors. And this is fouled off, so Olivia Bell staying alive in the count here against Mahaley Nicholson. As we broadcast on a variety of platforms, WMOV, WJEH, as well as Video Productions, Channel 10, and Cass Cable. Glad to be bringing you high school sports. This is the All-Star Game where we get to reward all the players. This is high and away. And going to be announcing some of the All-Staters later.
Belle's an OVAC All-Star. She's received a couple offers. Salem U softball. Kicking around maybe going to WVU for biology and pre-med, but just 1,000% not sure yet. But academic all-conference. 3-year letterman. She's got a list of awards.
Must be a pretty smart one with the
Yeah.
biology pre-med. Nicholson with 2 strikes on Bell. Checks the wristband. And the pitch is outside. You've been around the sport more than me. Those wristbands have popped up a lot the last couple of years.
Yes.
What is on those? What information are they looking at?
So the pitch, location, and then it's almost like a grid. So you've got a collection of numbers, and the numbers will mean a particular pitch that that person is, or that pitcher is supposed to execute. The thing is, though, is as you play, if the opposing team hears the same number called over and over again, then you know that's a rise ball, or that's a screwball, or an off speed. So they'll do the same grid, but associate the pitch with different numbers.
So Bell took high there, won the battle. Here's Kennedy Schilling. They'll take on the outside corner, slow change.
Schilling had 9 home runs this season for Winfield, one of which nearly went over the roof at Poca High School. It was a roof shot.
And the pitch is off the pole there. Off the roof?
Off the roof.
Eesh. That's, I mean, at that facility, there's some room between the fence and the school. That's a rocket.
I saw it on Facebook. So it's got to, no, it's 1,000% true and legit. I think she was Haas Media's player of the game afterwards. It was an incredible hit.
Shilly gonna DP today. Here's the offering. And it's inside.
Well, you're talking about the wristbands. How do you feel about college softball using digital watches now to call pitches?
On the surface, I don't like it.
Yeah. I'm like, what happened with just a call?
Yeah, the old-fashioned one,
two, inside, patting the inner thigh, show pitch locations.
It just seems like with the digital technology, there's so many opportunities to cheat.
And it takes the human element out of it. I know that, at least in the MLB, they were talking long ago about putting a computer in place of the umpire.
Oh, TrackMan,
to call balls and strikes.
Yep. Don't like that either.
I don't either.
So runner on second. One away pitch here to Kennedy Schilling is called for a strike. So far, have a base hit for Quinn Ballingy. Olivia Bell walked, and Taylor No went down swinging to start the frame. And that is ball 4. From the Sherman Tide, here's Lauren Guthrie. Region 2 going to come in at the corners, trying to cut it down at the plate with one down. Change up inside corner, called strike. And the pitch is on the outside corner. Count goes 0-2. Umpire's been given a couple inches off the black each side. As Mickelson will step and go 0-2. Foul tip off the fence. Got Guthrie up, Haley Muncie in the on-deck circle. Blew it past her, high heat, strike 3. Good approach there. A lot of setup change-ups, then just pumped it up.
I spoke to Coach Hensley after the
hard ground ball here at third base, fielded and thrown in time. Nice play there by the third baseman for Region 2. As the side is retired, no score. We are back in the top of the second after this.
Prada Group presents The Adventures of Car Ferry. The Car Fairy says shop pre-owned vehicles at Mark Porter Auto Group and you'll be sure to save because he blasts high prices, which means they have the right vehicles at the right price. You'll be sure to say, Car Fairy, you're my hero.
Car Fairy, you're my hero.
Visit markporterauto.com to see all our locations and get great deals on great vehicles. And be sure to keep watching The Adventures of Car Fairy.
Salty, but sweet, and savory all over. Well, it's a Tudor's Flapjack, of course. A breakfast sandwich that everyone is flipping over. Salty sausage or bacon, or Canadian bacon if you choose. Served between two sweet maple-infused flapjacks, and a savory flavor that will have you begging for more. No matter how your morning stacks up, we've got breakfast covered. Tudor's Biscuit World. Salty, sweet, and savory. That's our flapjacks.
And we are back at the North-South All-Star softball game. No score. As in the top of the second, back out for another inning of work. That's a ball one thrown by Spring Valley's Madison Pitts. Pitts with a 1-2-3 inning in the first. She will step and deliver. Soft ground ball, third base, fielded, thrown to first in time. As the play is made by Kaylee Bias out of Point Pleasant. As Courtney Hartley grounded out there. So Hartley down, that'll bring up Gina Alvaro. First time through for Alvaro. As Pitts will offer. And it catches the top of the strike zone. Pitts done a nice job just drawing soft contact so far. Soft pop-up, two grounders.
It's evident right away why she's going to be such an asset at Glenville State University.
As that is lined out right to first base. Catch made there by the third baseman in white. That's out of
Cabell Midland.
Cabell Midland there. First baseman Olivia Bell. And here's Ellie Sloan going to take a strike one on the outside corner. And from the rubber, Pitts to Sloan. Swung right through for a strike. Sloan from Musselman. And it's rifled to the dish a few inches off. Got Sloan up, Katie Kennedy in the on-deck circle. That'll run away. So even 2-2 count. As Sloan bats with nobody on and a 2 down. Chop and ground ball. Bias moving over. Makes the throw in time and the side is retired. 6 up, 6 down. Madison Pitts locked in. And we're back after this on WMOV, WJEH, as well as your local TV network and the great video productions. Back after this on Back after.
Mark Porter Auto Group presents The Adventures of Car Fairy. The Car Fairy says shop pre-owned vehicles at Mark Porter Auto Group and you'll be sure to save because he blasts high prices. Mark Porter Auto Group presents The Adventures of Car Fairy. The Car Fairy says shop pre-owned vehicles. Mark Porter Auto Group presents The Adventures of Car Fairy. The Car Fairy says shop pre-owned vehicles at Mark Porter Auto Group and you'll be sure to save because he blasts high prices, which means they have the right vehicles at the right price. You'll be sure to say, Car Fairy, you're my hero.
Car Fairy, you're my hero.
Visit markporterauto.com to see all our locations and get great deals on great vehicles. And be sure to keep watching The Adventures of Car Fairy.
And we are back at the North-South All-Star Softball Tournament here at beautiful Buffalo High School. Early pitchers duel 0-0. As Hannah Price here, second baseman, is going to lead things off wearing number 7. First pitch here from Mahaley Nicholson. Swung on and missed for strike 1. There's Nicholson. It's a Price. Check swing grounder right back to Nicholson. Easy step and throw. And one away. Seen a few of those today. If you're going to go, you got to go. Looks like we got some more fans too. Right field kind of filling up.
A few more tents out there.
That's right. There's Kaylee Bias. Bias will watch up and in. Good player for Coach Jamie Higginbotham over at Point Pleasant High School.
Bias is committed to play softball at West Virginia State.
And to Bias here, it's fouled off the cage. State solid softball program, good baseball too. They do the diamond well over there.
Be an asset for Coach, I think it's Maddie Best is the softball coach there at West Virginia State.
As that is going to catch the outside corner. That had some movement on it. Rocking and delivering. And got her to chase up. Strike 3. And was that a rise ball?
Yeah. I tell you that's probably the toughest pitch, in my opinion, to try to first of all identify in the short amount of distance that you have from the rubber to the plate, and then make a decision. But if a rise ball is caught, like if you can actually get a hold of it, it's more than likely going out.
Here's Emily Ratchford swinging and missing strike 1. Emily Ratchford out of Ravenswood High School. Second team All-Stater. Also received All-State honors in basketball. And a pop-up here, third base side foul. Unfortunately played a pretty big role in ending the Wahama season earlier on this spring. Really clutch 2-run bomb down there at the watering hole, as we call it. I think it hit a car.
It did. It actually busted the coach's mother's, or Wahama's coach, Wes Riffle's mother's windshield.
Yikes. That's a double whammy as Ratchford will wave at that for strike 3, and the side is retired. No score. Great pitching. Region 2 versus Region 4. We are back after this.
What's salty but sweet and savory all over? Well, it's a breakfast sandwich that everyone is flipping over. Salty sausage or bacon, or Canadian bacon if you choose. Served between 2 sweet maple-infused flapjacks and a savory flavor that will have you begging for more. No matter how your morning stacks up, we've got breakfast covered. Tudor's Biscuit World. Salty, sweet, and savory. That's our flapjacks.
Spaghetti. Wow, Geno's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Geno's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any 2-topping large Geno's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
And we are back on WJEH as well as WMOV, bringing you the North-South All-Star Softball Tournament. Big shout-out to Billy Rasnick as well as all the coaches for coming together and organizing today's action. No better place to spend a Thursday than the ballpark. And that's the opportunity we have as Region 4 will lead things off. Or actually, Region 2. As they've got Katie Kennedy up. Swing and miss for strike one. Kennedy out of Philip Barber. As Pitts from Spring Valley will lean over and goes to the plate. That's swung on and missed. No hits so far for two. Just one strikeout for Pitts. 3 ground ball outs, 1 pop-up. She'll step and rips it down the third baseline. That was close. They'll say it was foul. So Region 4 going to catch a break. As Kennedy will bat with Macy Franklin in the on-deck circle. That's off the outer black for a ball. And this one watched outside, catcher trying to do the best she could there, Lauren Guthrie, to frame it back in, but nothing doing. Another good contact swing foul.
She took that inside pitch and pulled it, but it's keeping her alive at this point.
And the delivery is fouled off to the right side this time.
Is there any way we can get a mouse to get a car moved? Because these nice people are blocked in. We have the license plate number. It's a white Subaru.
So here's the offering to Katie Kennedy. Is battling against Madison Pitts. Pitts will miss outside as the count will go full. Three balls, 2 strikes, Madison Pitts. Will unleash. Pop up towards third base. Easy catch there for Kaylee Bice. And Region 4 with 1. Gets on you pretty quick there with Pitts. Seeing a lot of jams, a lot of end of the bat. Up now, Macy Franklin out of Lewis County. The Minute Maids, that pitch is in.
Pitts has had 500 career strikeouts in her career, her high school career.
Wow. That's a little over 100 a season.
Yeah.
What's that equate to per game? At least
Oh my gosh.
6 to 8, something like that.
Something like that. It depends on too. Spring Valley usually makes it decently far into the postseason, which would add a significant number of games to their to their season. 500.
Awfully impressive.
And she remains cool, cool in the circle. Doesn't look like much phases her. She's got the right mental outlook to do the work that needs to be done.
And the offering to Franklin is up by the chin, as that will bring the count to 3-2. So Pitts at least having to work a little harder here in this frame. Soft ground ball, pass bias, slips to the shortstop. Oh. Throw is low. Nice attempt there by Ballingy, just off the glove there of the first baseman, Olivia Bell, as the two Knights couldn't quite link up. So reaching on an E6 there, Macy Franklin. And up now trying to break the ties, Mahaley Nicholson out of Roane County. Right down Broadway, strike one call. Chopped ground ball. Another one to Ballingy, and late game.
Had that made it in time, it would have definitely been a really good shot at making a double play.
Here's Caitlin Hedrick. Hedrick making the trip from Pendleton County. A little swing and miss. And the pitch, hopped ground ball, foul. Big opportunity here to capitalize after a couple of errors. And to the dish, that's high once more. Counts 1-2. As that's fouled backward. Michael Sussman, Rachel Reynolds here on WMOV, WJEH. Glad to reach you in your local market, wherever you may be watching. And that is swung on and missed. Back pick to firsts under the glove of Bell as Hedrick was retired. The base runner there, Katie Kennedy, advanced over to third. Nine-hole hitter here, McKenna Curran. Waits the offer, and it's low and away. McKenna Curran, here's a first-team All-Stater out of Doddridge. First and third, two away. And it's past Curran for a strike.
I saw Doddridge when they faced St. Mary's in the LKC Night of Champions. They were held at Glenville State University. And that was a tight game for a long time. I actually think that went to eight, possibly 9 innings.
Fly ball left field, foul territory near the fence. The ball did drop. It's a foul ball. Nice effort there by the left fielder, Haley Muncie. Yeah, that LKC Night of Champions, they do a good job of that.
They do a good job. And they were playing on the college field And I went over to sneak a peek through a few innings.
Of the Glenville State squad?
Well, of the on that particular field, that's where Doddridge and St. Mary's were squaring off.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. It was a very, very good game. Very tight.
Offering to Curran. And this is slashed out of play. Top of the order, due up next with Harlan. As Madison Pitts tries to wiggle out of the jam. Slow chopper to Bias. Bias shuffles and throws to first. It gets her by a step and a half. And Pitts able to keep Region 2 at 0. We're back in the bottom of the third after this, live from the North-South All-Star Softball Classic.
Salty, but sweet, and savory all over. Well, it's a Tudor's Flapjack, of course. A breakfast sandwich that everyone is flipping over. Salty sausage or bacon, or Canadian bacon if you choose. Served between two sweet maple-infused flapjacks, and a savory flavor that will have you begging for more. No matter how your morning stacks up, we've got breakfast covered. Tudor's Biscuit World. Salty, sweet, and savory. That's our flapjacks.
Spaghetti. Wow, Geno's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Geno's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any two-topping large Geno's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
And we are back live from the North-South All-Star Softball game. It's 0-0 right now, Region 2 taking on Region 4. And joining us here in the broadcast booth, fresh off a perfect game and a 2-home run performance, is Kayla Bartley. How are you today?
I'm good, feeling good.
So let's start with the pitching. Just really dominant today. You struck out almost every hitter. What was working for you?
My rise ball was doing really good. It was a little shaky to start, so I was relying on a curveball, but then I settled in and just hit my spots.
Yeah, that's something that we talked about up here in the booth was the rise ball. If you throw it the right way, it's virtually unhittable. What's the key to that pitch for you?
Just getting ahead and being able to work the way I want to work and not have to give the batter what they want.
Here's Taylor No leading off for Region 4 out of Logan High School. And just what worked for you this season? You know, this year compared to other years, where do you think you really got better as a pitcher?
I really worked a lot on my rise ball in the off season. That wasn't really a pitch I could rely on in previous years. And I got a change up that helped keep batters off balance, even if I didn't throw it for a strike, just knowing that I have it.
So perfect game and 2 home runs. I don't know if you can statistically have that much better of a softball game than that. As Quinn Ballinger is going to step up here, nobody on, 1 away. Take me through both homers. Take me through the swings. How do they feel?
I was just looking for a pitch I could drive. I wasn't really sure the first one was going to get out there. I thought I got too much air under it, but then it just kept carrying. So just looking for a pitch that I could drive and just hit hard.
Is Ballinger here going to step in, and Nicholson unloads. That's all over the strike zone. Called strike here with Kayla Bartley. So going to wait around a little bit. Got a championship game coming up here shortly. What are your plans for next season, next year? Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be at Bluefield State, playing softball and studying criminal justice.
That's awesome. As this is flown out shallow left field. And a catch made routinely out there as Region 4's got 2 on him. Who's your favorite softball player ever?
That's a hard one. Probably Jalen Ford.
That's a good one. And give me this one. The best moment of your high school career so far. What was it? Your favorite?
Going to states for the first time at Greenbrier East.
That must have been pretty special. What was it like seeing the sea of green down there?
It was great, just having the support of all the fans. It was a packed house, trying to do something that had never been done in history, and we just did it.
And just Greenbrier East with big numbers today. I think you guys had 5 people show up to this. Just what does it mean to have just so many players, so many people in your class that are good enough to make this all-star team and be here?
It means a lot, and it says a lot about them and just sticking with it and working hard and being good enough to be here.
It's Kayla Bartley stepping in the booth after a great game. You'll get to see her later on today. Good luck with the rest of the tournament. Thank you.
Thank you.
So got 2 down here and up to bat representing Cabell Midland is number 8, Olivia Bell, and she will ground out as the side is retired. So 0-0. Nobody can quite break the tie as we've got a great defensive showdown here in our second game. It's the North-South All-Star Softball Classic.
Group presents The Adventures of Car Ferry. The Car Ferry says shop pre-owned vehicles at Mark Porter Auto Group and you'll be sure to save because he blasts high prices, which means they have the right vehicles at the right price. You'll be sure to say, Car Ferry, you're my hero.
Car Ferry, you're my hero.
Visit markporterauto.com to see all our locations and get great deals on great vehicles. And be sure to keep watching The Adventures of Car Ferry.
And we are back at the North-South All-Star Softball game. No score here in a pitcher's duel, top of the 4th. And the leadoff hitter, or rather Alexis Williams, is up for Region 2 out of, we'll get that sorted out as Madison Pitts continues to battle here on the mound. She'll step and deliver. As we got a treat here, Macy Bogus will join us in the booth out of Winfield High School, now a pitcher for Youngstown State. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Is it weird being back in a high school setting after kind of immersing yourself in the college scene for a while?
Yeah, it's a little different, but I like coming back and seeing all the girls I played with and are friends with, and it's good to see them being successful.
And Winfield's extremely successful. You pitched there. What do you think has really clicked these last couple seasons there?
I think just the bond with the girls. They've really bought in, and they know now what it takes to actually win a state championship. And now that we've done it, they know they can do it again, and that's just their goal every year now.
We were talking earlier about some of the players, just about the adjustment going high school to college. What do you think was the toughest thing for you?
Honestly, the mental part. Like, it's a lot longer schedule. It's about 55 games instead of 30. So it's a lot more on your mental health and just the practice every day too. Like, it's 6 days a week and you're lifting every day too. Like in high school, you don't have a chance to lift while practicing because you have school all day, but in college you have to lift during the day and then go in for your practice in the evening, so it's a lot more on your body.
This is indeed number 14, Piper Harlan. My apologies there, as we're here with Macy Bogus up top at the North-South All-Star softball game. The tournament, here's Pitts stepping and going. Pop up out of play. Seeing a lot of good pitching today. You threw in this event a year ago today. Just what do you think about some of the arms out there?
Yeah, I think they're throwing really well. They're obviously in a pitcher's duel. We haven't had many hard hits at all, if any, and I think they're doing well using both sides of the plate, it looks like to me, both pitchers, and they're being successful here.
Down to Harlan, going to draw a walk to give out the award later on today to the best players, some of the All-Staters. Just kind of, what does that mean when you were in their shoes once? Now they can kind of look up to you as somebody that can help out and can give advice and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's really neat. Obviously, I've been in their position before, so I know what they've did to get to this, and it's something that needs to be rewarded. They've been the best in the state, and now they're finally getting recognized for that.
What did it mean when you were Gatorade Player of the Year? What does that honor feel like?
It felt so surreal for so long. I don't think it actually clicked. Like, everything started to click when I first moved into college because I had a little bit of downtime and had some time to reflect and everything, and I think that's when it really hit me. I was like, wow, I actually accomplished that because that was a goal of mine for a really long time.
As you kind of turn the page now, how do you think last year went at the college level, and what are your goals moving forward?
Yeah, our team was very successful. We were normal season conference champs, so we have that to look forward to again this coming year. And I think just working on hitting my spots and perfecting my spin to help the team out as most as I can.
Nice job by Bias there, fielding it just in fair territory, making a strong throw as the sacrifice laid down there by Alexis Williams. Well, that's Macy Bogus up here in the booth. Thank you very much for your time. It means a lot as we will say goodbye. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So runner on second base as Sammy Cola will step up here for Petersburg. And that is down on the turf. Always cool when you get to talk to some of the better players in the state the last couple seasons. There's average, there's decent, there's good. She was a great player. And a big part of the state championship culture that currently exists at Winfield is Sammy Cola, who had a big-time performance in the circle at Little Creek to force a state championship against St. Mary's. Going to stand in here. Talked to her just moments after that one. Her eligibility was finished as far as pitching goes, as she'll take a strike on the outside corner. And she was a little emotional at the time, understandably so, just knowing that she was going to have to do it in the field the rest of the way, and ended up losing a difficult 2-0 winner-take-all game after that, as that is down out of the zone. And the offering to Cola is swung on and missed. And that'll bring the count to 3-2 as Rachel Reynolds will jump back in the booth. Pretty cool there. Got to talk to one of the greats.
She's an amazing young lady. I've known Macy for quite a while. A couple years, I should say. Both on and off the field, and she's an amazing young lady.
Got Cola to come around to strike three. Second punch out for Madison Pitts. That'll bring up number 18, the third baseman, Courtney Hartley, out of Lewis County. As that's fouled off the fence. Go Hartley, then Gina Alvaro. As Pitts will face the third baseman with two down. trying to get back to the bat racks. Hard line drive just went right over top of her glove. I think she was kind of shocked she didn't catch it.
She did. She was too.
That'll count as a single for Courtney Hartley. Put a good charge into it.
Just goes to show you how important that face mask is as a pitcher.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a lot of room. Here's Ellie Sloan. And the pitch here inside. It's off the plate for a ball. Got ahead of ourselves there. Still Gina Alvaro up to bat. So first and third, 2 down. Hits to Alvaro. All over the plate, called strike. It's outside. And fouled off the fence. Glad to be
Off the end of her bat there.
Is that just a case of being a little late?
Mm-hmm.
And the pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 3. As Pitt's going to get out of another jam, it's 0-0. And we're back after this from the North-South All-Star softball game.
Spaghetti. Wow, Geno's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Geno's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any 2-topping large Geno's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
And we are back on WMOV and WJEH live from the North-South All-Star softball game. Got a tied up 0-0 pitchers duel here in the Region 2 versus Region 4 game. Rachel, when you work with hitters in a situation like this where they just can't quite time it up, can't quite break through, what are the types of things you try to work on?
That's a tough question because it's a lot of times it's mental. When I see girls into a slump, it's a lot of times that it's in their own head. It's the approach to the plate, it's the mental side, it's the mental toughness, and sometimes when they strike out, it's just I can't do it, or the negative talk, the negative self-talk begins to take over. So I'd say the first step is going into the box, being confident, and getting ready to pick out the pitch that's yours, and just make contact. Just make contact, put it into play, and hope for the best. But I'd say a lot of times that I see, especially with young ladies that are athletes, the mental side seems to get them.
And like you said, we haven't seen much bunting today. It's
Small ball may be the approach here in order to get on the board, at least to get it on to a bag.
First pitch here, swung
Schilling.
on, drove deep. Kennedy Schilling, and that
Yep,
works too.
that
Solo
works too.
homer.
Solo homer. Because we were just talking about that. And I think I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that Schilling was 9 home runs for the season, had that one that nearly went over Polka High School, that actually landed on the roof. So proved it to work today.
Unofficially 10 homers if you count that one.
That's right. Unofficially 10.
I'd say this is probably a hitter-friendly ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
With these big bats, you get it up in the jet stream, it's going. Here's Lauren Guthrie. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. As Mahaley Nicholson will get it past her strike one. I mean, that's 9 homers in, 27, 28 games. It's not a long season.
No. They had actually Winfield's record, and this includes their postseason, is 26-9. So 20 or 35 games, not counting obviously this one because it's not a team game, but 35 total games, and nearly 1/3 of those she's hitting it out.
That's an eye-popping stat for sure. Working to Lauren Guthrie here out of Sherman High School. That's low and away. So 2-0 count.
No, we're good.
As Nicholson with nobody out now trailing. Will step and go to the plate. Low and outside, ball 4. So Guthrie on the pads. Up now, Haley Muncie. And it's swung on and missed for a first strike. Things heating up a little bit. Good warm day here in Putnam County. As that's away.
Spoke with Coach Steve Hensley after that. This was the story that I'd started a little bit ago on Muncie. I spoke to him following their Region 4 practice at Scott High School this previous Tuesday. And one of the things he said of Muncie is that she had a big bat and she was a big hitter. So I know when her previous at bat, I think she had a grounder to short.
As
Alex Hurley takes third. I think she's a courtesy runner. For
catcher Guthrie.
yes, for Guthrie.
As that's going to get away from the catcher. Yeah, staying aggressive. That's in for a run. So 2-0 with Hurley coming in.
Hurley's committed to UC. She's second team All Cardinal Conference and had three state championship appearances in Class AA for Winfield. One of her huge assets is speed. She's a speedy runner.
As that is down at turf level, ball 4. And Muncie with the free pass. What do they say? Speed kills. As Hannah Price here, second baseman up to bat. And it's delivered up and in. Some of the command maybe starting to dwindle a bit. As that shot over top of the dugout, foul. Glad to be broadcasting on WMOV, WJEH. We get the Valley today from 4 to 6 coming up on the local talk station, 1360 AM, 106.9 and 93.5 FM. As that ball missed high. Had a good interview earlier this week with Quincy Wilson, the new football coach over at the University of Rio Grande. That was probably the biggest local news that broke. And then, of course, statewide, the passing of the great Jerry West. Got you covered on both those topics as that's upstairs. 3-1 count. Delivery, gonna catch a piece of the zone, so strike 2. So best on best here. What's the mindset?
Find a way. Find a way. If it's a full count like it is. So she's hanging in there. If she's going to foul it, it's going to battle through.
It's Price then. Kaylee Bias at a Point Pleasant. And fouled off the chain link. Price grounded out first time through.
She's hanging in there.
Yep. Region 4 with just 2 hits so far, but one of them a home run off the bat of Kennedy Schilling. And then her general teammate, Alex Hurley, able to score on a pass ball. Trying to slow it way down, and a tie. Runners on first and second for Kaylee Bice, third baseman from Point Pleasant. First pitch is up. You would have seen Bice in a lot of those rivalry games the last couple of years. What does she do well?
She's just a natural athlete. She her approach to the plate, her approach to the ball, when she's playing offense as well as defense, is just as solid as about they come. She's cool, calm, and collected. She's quick. She's quick in her feet. And if you've seen, as she's been playing third base today, you know, the way that she commands the ball, the way she gets it to first, she's just clean, a very clean player.
And Nicholson with the offering. Line drive shot left field. This is a hit. And they're going to hold the base runner here as Muncie will stay put. It's a single for Kaylee Bice. So bases loaded, really a chance to blow things up.
And Ratchford approaching. With Ratchford approaching the plate, we could potentially see a grand slam here if the right pitch comes in for her.
More than enough power to get it out of here. Up and away. Ratchford chased low and away, went down swinging first time through. Representing the Ravenswood Red Devilettes. That is going to be past the catcher. Here comes
and score.
Muncie. It's 3-0. Winfield and company, the whole Region 4 team being aggressive out there. And this isn't a gigantic backstop, but there's a lot of room to the sides. Yeah.
It's not deep, but it's definitely wide. And being turf, it just bounces differently.
Ratchford, grounder. That'll score one. Here comes Bias. Throws cut off.
And 2 more runs.
Is Ratchford going to deliver in the clutch? That makes it 5-0. Mahaley Nicholson will hand off the ball to the skipper, making the first pitching change of the game. Region 2 will.
Looks like our Doddridge, possibly our young lady from Doddridge, McKenna Curran.
So the All-Stater will take the ball, going to switch things up as we'll take a break. You're watching the North-South All-Star Softball Classic on WMOV, WJEH, as well as Channel.
Spaghetti. Wow, Geno's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Geno's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any 2-topping large Geno's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
Salty, but sweet, and savory all over. Well, it's a Tudor's Flapjack, of course. A breakfast sandwich that everyone is flipping over. Salty sausage or bacon, or Canadian bacon if you choose. Served between 2 sweet maple-infused flapjacks, and a savory flavor that will have you begging for more. No matter how your morning stacks up, we've got breakfast covered. Tudor's Biscuit World. Salty, sweet, and savory. That's our flapjacks.
Group presents The Adventures of Car Ferry. The Car Ferry says shop pre-owned vehicles at Mark Porter Auto Group and you'll be sure to save because he blasts high prices, which means they have the right vehicles at the right price. You'll be sure to say, Car Ferry, you're my hero.
Car Ferry, you're my hero.
Visit markporterauto.com to see all our locations and get great deals on great vehicles. And be sure to keep watching The Adventures of Car Ferry.
And we are back live from the North-South All-Star Softball Classic Tournament. 5-0, Region 4 has blown it open here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Doddridge County going to make the first pitching change of the game and go to first-team All-Stater McKenna Curran. And pretty good-looking stuff. You saw her earlier in the LKC tournament.
She's got a lot of spin on the ball, a lot of control. She's going to California University of PA. And we've seen her during regular season and then in some postseason action at the LKC tournament. And she definitely kept St. Mary's on their toes in that game that I spoke of earlier. That was such a close call for the St. Mary's Devils.
And she got up 0-1 there with the fastball. As Curran gonna get the sign, steps and delivers. As that's fouled out of play. Got Polka's Lindsay Runyons up to bat.
Lindsay's going local. She's going to be close to us. I know we're based out of Mason County, but she's going to be at Rio Grande this fall.
Oh, good stuff. Great athletic programs there. That's outside. The birthplace of Bob Evans.
Yes.
High pop up, shallow right field on the move. Flipped it underhand, couldn't make the catch in right as Ratchford was thrown out at second on the force play. Excellent recovery out there by Macy Franklin from Lewis County. Everybody communicating, staying with it. Hard check swing hits downward there as the throws to first, it beats her. And number 11, Quinn Ballingy, retired for out number 2. And that'll bring up her Cabell Midland running mate, Olivia Bell, number 8. And Curran hits the outside corner. I think this home plate blue is not trying to see a lot of walks today. This one well short. Nice stop. Two down, runner on second. It's off the plate away. And that'll make it a 2-ball, 1-strike count. And this is a shot to right field off the glove of Franklin. It's down. In comes Runyons. And into second base safely is Olivia Bell. As a usual official score, hitter error there.
Right.
Couldn't quite tell.
Yeah. Well, I would have personally, if I were scoring this, I would have scored that as an error. It was a short distance, and I would like to, if it's my right fielder, I'd like to see them make that play. Short distance, didn't require an extraordinary amount of effort. And I felt like she should have had that ball.
So that'll bring to the plate with 2 down and a runner on second. A pinch hitter here for Region 4 out of Sissonville. We've got Albany Anastasio. Swung over top of for a strike. So this Region 4 All-Star coaching staff starting to get some different hitters into the contest. As Curran to the plate is in the other batter's box away. And it misses once more. Two and two count. On second base, Olivia Bell. All Region 4 That's on the outside corner, called strike 3 as Anastasio's retired. And it'll stay at 6-0. We're back after this live from the North-South All-Star Game at Buffalo High School.
Mark Porter Auto Group presents The Adventures of Car Ferry. The Car Ferry says shop pre-owned vehicles at Mark Porter Auto Group and you'll be sure to save because he blasts high prices, which means they have the right vehicles at the right price. You'll be sure to say, Car Ferry, you're my hero.
Car Ferry, you're my hero.
Visit markporterauto.com to see all our locations and get great deals on great vehicles. And be sure to keep watching The Adventures of Car Ferry.
And we return on WMOV, WJEH, as well as Cass Cable, Channel 10, and Video Productions. As Maddie Pitts is back out there for another inning of work, she'll face Ellie Sloan out of Musselman, and it's low and away for a ball. Sloan 0 for 1 with a ground out.
Looks like our coaches from Region 4 have swapped in and out a lot of players. Region 4 team, I think, had 17, 18 on the squad, so they've switched up a lot of their infield to some other folks that have been in the dugout. We got Lily Chandler on third, Alex Hurley on second. Looks like Kendra Dunbar in right field, and Bree Martin on first for Buffalo.
Got the hometown player out there. As we got timeout called. As Pitts.
Center and right, or center and left, sorry. Might be different girls too, but I don't have on my good vision right now to see if they've changed.
Looks like we still got Muncie in left field. Got Runyons in right.
Maybe just changed up our infield some.
In center field, the starter was Taylor No. Can't quite
looks
see
like maybe
that
we
far
have
either.
Maybe Erica Sigmund from Chapmanville behind the plate. I believe Chapmanville's colors are orange, aren't they? Possibly. I know she's a catcher.
As that pitch high and away. Yep, number 22, Erica Sigmund. Yeah. So she's behind the dish there. Sloan going to walk to first. So Katie Kennedy up, nobody out, one on. High pop up, infield. Called for a sliding play. Beautiful catch. And she took off her second, sailed that one. As Emily Ratchford is now in center field, was gratefully backing it up.
Yes. She knew exactly how to read that. She was backing up that throw to second.
What a play there by Sigmund.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll bring up Macy Franklin. As Pitts gets a strike one call on the outside corner. Last time up reached on a throwing error off of a ground ball to shortstop. And chases low this time, squeaks past the catcher Sigmund. And Sloan going to advance to third. That is taken for a strike three. That's just looking at your spot and hitting it. Last time up, Nicholson reached on a fielder's choice that was towards shortstop. Here's first pitch. Is called for a first strike. And the way it's getting called today, if I'm any of these catchers, I'm setting up a good bit outside or inside. This time she's on the inner half. And draws a swing and a miss.
No, I think you're spot on because I'm watching them shift back and forth.
Yeah, way out there this
Way
time.
out.
And the umpire not fooled.
No. Especially with that setup.
A ball and two strikes. Just low and in. You don't see Pitts miss up in the zone very much.
No.
It's all
So usually low. She's low and tight.
hard grounder over top of the bag.
Ball.
That'll score Sloan.
And they're on the board.
That'll make it 6-1 RBI. Shot there for Mahaley Nicholson. And up now, Caitlin Hedrick, who got out on the ground first time through. Called strike one, outer black. And past her once again, so outside. What do you think she's thinking here after the setup?
She's outside the batter. I'm sorry. She needs to make the adjustment. And if you can peek, you can see out the corner of your peripheral vision your catcher. I know it's not exactly the best thing, but if you see that movement out of your eye, you know that's coming that way.
And as a hitter, you're aware of that.
Yes.
Inside for a ball that time, even 2-2.
It seems like for both her and Nicholson, it just seems like it's almost alternating in and out and in and out. Inside, outside pitch.
It's fun watching these high-level pitchers work. They don't make many mistakes.
And the strategy, because they've done this is almost like travel ball. These are girls that you've not really seen. I mean, she's never pitched to this girl. A lot of these players have not seen each other in regular season, so you're just kind of making as a calling the pitches, making your best guess.
And she'll hit the zone there, taking strike three by Hedrick, and the side is retired. 6-1. Region 4 leads it over Region 2, and we're back after this live from the North-South All-Star Softball Classic.
Spaghetti. Wow, Geno's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Geno's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any 2-topping large Geno's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
And we return at the North-South All-Star Softball Tournament. It's 6-1 in the top half. Region 2 able to scratch a run across. And leading things off here for Region 4, we will see the catcher out of Chapmanville, as that's off the outside corner. And that is number 22, Erica Sigmund, just made the really nice sliding catch behind the dish.
Sigmund's committed to go to West Virginia State this fall.
Is Curran going to run that one in?
And with that diving catch that she made, we can see why that she would be an asset to the Yellow Jackets.
Oh, yeah, you can never have enough catchers.
Pitchers and catchers.
As that's delivered low and away. Nobody on, nobody out. Curran to Sigmund. It's outside, and she'll draw a leadoff walk. Here's left fielder Muncie. Hard-hitting, obviously senior, is the first pitch fouled hit hard rather to straightaway right field. It's down for a hit as Sigmund will slide safely in a second. Just off the end of the bat there, get the Texas leaguer down. Out of Poca, here's Kendra Dunbar.
Here's a little fun fact about Dunbar. She's actually signed to go to Marshall, but to throw shot put.
Really?
Yeah. She's going to join the track and field team there and is throwing shot put, but, as far as strength and the pushing of that ball, that all can relate to this sport as well. So I'm anxious to see what she does at the plate today.
And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Yeah, the motion itself's different, but the rotational speed's very, very similar.
The thrust and the power coming from the legs in order to get that 12 to, I guess, possibly 14 pounds of lead out of your neck.
That takes some strength.
Yes.
From the motion, Doddridge's Curran got it past her. As Dunbar down swinging. Lily Chandler up for the Winfield Generals, first and second. I'll take a strike one on the outside corner. I think we got all the Winfield players in at this point, didn't we?
We do. Lily was all-state first tournament team. She was a relief pitcher. She's going as a relief pitcher at Concord.
Sharp grounder. Look what I found. Curran throw to first in time. Both runners advance. And here's Emily Ratchford. Ratchford 1 for 2, has struck out swinging and drove in a single and an RBI. Foul off the fence. Ratchford's hit just a sharp one right back up the middle. Ratchford, quality basketball player, was the starting point guard for Coach Kara Williams, made 3 state tournaments in her career, and started all 4 years. As with 2 down, that's low. Sigmund thought about coming. Nice block by Hartley.
She's just an all-around athlete, Ratchford. I see a lot of softball girls will do basketball in the winter season just to keep themselves in shape and end up they take it on as a secondary sport, but they end up excelling in that as well.
There's something to be said for not just specialize in one sport,
Right.
but
I agree.
I think it helps you in all of them when you gain different experiences.
Right. You're using different muscle groups, training different areas of your body.
As that's low, Sigmund not hesitating this time. She's in at 7-1. And this one fouled off the fence. So bottom of the 5th, 2 down. McKenna Curran working to Emily Ratchford. It's a full count with the runner on third. It's upstairs, ball 4. So Ratchford walks. Here's Lindsay Runyons. Check swing. Watch for a ball. Got Polka coming to the LKC, as we mentioned earlier. I think that'll be a good addition.
I think so too. I'd say that was a little high as well.
Speaking of Polka, their all-timer Alan Osborne retired on the basketball side, multi-time state champion. As this one of Runyons is hit out of play, right next to a couple fans. Somebody caught it on the bounce. And again, fouled out of play. Got Alex Hurley, bat in hand on the on-deck circle. So I get to see those wheels at the plate. Hartley able to keep it close to her. Ratchford scurried up to second. So standing here, bottom 5, a hit would end this one. This is high pop-up. Sammy Cola underneath it. Easy catch. And the side is retired. 7-1. The Region 4 squad leads it over Region 2, and we're back after this on WJEH and WMOV, as well as Channel 10, Cass Cable, and Video Productions. And we are back live from the North-South All-Star Softball Tournament at beautiful Buffalo High School, gorgeous softball facility. Winfield making a pitching change. They're going to go with Lily Chandler next, as we've got another guest up here in the broadcast booth, Dara Harmon, who just finished up her senior season. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to watch my friends play some softball.
So, Dara, this past season you make it to the state softball tournament. Just what did that mean to do that with your group this year?
It meant a lot to us, especially the seniors. It meant a lot to the team, but it meant the most to the seniors. We faced a lot of adversity all 4 years. We had some kids leave, and then we had our core group stay. Everybody who went to the state tournament out of the senior group, we've grown up together, so it meant a lot to go from Little League to the state tournament.
It's McKenna Curran up to bat right now for Region 2 if you're following at home. As the catcher on the team, you're the leader. Just how do you try to kind of set an example and keep everybody in tune, everybody in check?
It wasn't really hard to do that. I just tried to talk to my teammates. Anytime something was going south, I immediately called timeout in the circle, and we'd just sit there and talk. It also helped that, once again, we've grown up together, so I know everybody on my team. I know what they're going through. Like, I could just look at somebody and tell that they weren't having a good day, and we'd just talk about it. It was really good just to have a good connection, and being the team captain and being the leader, like, just having a good connection with my teammates, that made it all much better.
Just what does softball mean in this community? What's it like growing up around the game here?
Buffalo, for years and years and years, we've always been a softball school. So at like a young age, everybody knew that whenever you're a girl, you're supposed to play softball for Buffalo. So it meant a lot, and we had a big legacy to live up to. Like my mom, all of her friends, all of everybody, they were a part of the state tournament groups for many, 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 many years. So going to the state tournament, it was something that you dream of whenever you're a kid. You want to win the state tournament, you want to bring home the ring. And while we didn't bring home the ring, we knew that everybody in our community was still proud of us because we went to the state tournament.
Big strikeout there, Lily Chandler retiring Curran. As we are back to the top of the order, Piper Harlan up to bat. So big plans after this. You're going into the service. What branch and what are your immediate plans?
I'm going into the Army National Guard. Immediately, I'll be a 31 Bravo military police officer. So this summer, I'll go back to Fort Leonard Wood to do my job training. And then whenever I'm done with that, I'll go back to my unit.
So fly out there to Emily Ratchford, out number 2. That'll bring up Alexis Williams. What's it mean to have the opportunity to serve for your country? Is that something that you've always planned to do?
I've always felt like I needed to prove myself in some type of way. I've always been put in pretty difficult situations, and I like to be put in stressful situations. So I knew that I wanted a job that I could come out and be a leader and lead people, and I feel like the military was a perfect opportunity for me, especially because I wanted to be the first woman in my family to go into the military.
That's Dara Harmon, the starting catcher for the state tournament team, the Buffalo Lady Bison, and she's off to the Army National Guard as that's bobbled over at shortstop. Thank you very much for your time. Good luck in everything you do.
Thank you so much.
So gonna reach on an error there as Williams is safe. And it'll be Samantha Kola next. Kola 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. For the Petersburg standout, high fly right field, a few steps backward, and the catch made by the polka dot there. I believe that was out of polka.
If you love spaghetti, wow, Geno's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft.
Salty, but sweet, it's savory all over. Well, it's a Tudor's Flapjack, of course. A breakfast sandwich that everyone is flipping over. Salty sausage or bacon, or Canadian bacon if you choose. Served between 2 sweet maple-infused flapjacks, and a savory flavor that will have you begging for more. No matter how your morning stacks up, we've got breakfast covered. Tudor's Biscuit World. Salty, sweet, and savory. That's our flapjacks. What's salty but sweet and savory all over? Well, it's a Tudor's Flapjack, of course. A breakfast sandwich that everyone is flipping over. Salty sausage or bacon, or Canadian bacon if you choose. Served between two sweet maple-infused flapjacks and a savory flavor that will have you begging for more. No matter how your morning stacks up, we've got breakfast covered. Tudor's Biscuit World. Salty, sweet, and savory. That's our flapjacks.
Will face Winfield's Alex Hurley, who goes to the left side. Trying to slap something, fouled it off.
Alex is a real versatile player. She can hit from the left and the right side. She's a natural righty. Just this past weekend in Columbus, she was playing with her travel team, the West Virginia Vipers, and was hitting on the right side, hitting away. Had a good weekend, good showing, and then we see her back on the left side to slap.
Keeps the defense on their toes.
Right.
What's the key to getting that slap swing level and getting it in play?
To be honest, my youngest daughter is getting ready to learn how to do this, and I think the first step is feet. So that stride, if you move, you have the tendency to not get the bat level, but it's the footwork. And then, of course, the eye contact. You're already trying to hit a moving target within a moving bat and moving feet. So you have all these parts and these components to it. Makes it a really tough job and a really tough technique to try to get under control. But when done effectively, is really an ace in a hole. And if you can do all three, hit away, slap, and then drag bunt and or just drop the bunt.
This time, hop up to the third baseman. I think she caught it.
She did.
She did.
But you can be what's called like a triple threat, because then you can do all three.
That was Pendleton's Caitlin Hedrick making the play. Good job being aggressive on that one. If she would have hesitated, that would have been down.
Hometown Bree Martin.
Good chance to perform in front of the fans here. Got a lot of teammates out supporting. As this offering swung over top of, called strike. Chase that one high. Swing Martin probably wants to have back, helping out McKenna Curran. And now representing Sissonville is Albany Anastasio back up. And the pitch up. Off the end of the bat. And that's over the letters. That's up. Michael Sussman here with Rachel Reynolds Inside of the broadcast booth, we got Region 4 versus Region 2 currently. We'll have the losers bracket game next to 5-inning situation, and then the championship, as that's on the outside corner. And we're 2-2. Erica Sigmund, bat in hand in the on-deck circle out of Chapmanville. Saw my buddy Cam Maynard does good work for their local paper. He's in the house. As that swung on and missed, Karam the punch-out, and the side is retired. 7-1 in favor of Region 4. We're back after this in the bottom of the 6th. Rather, the top of the 7th.
What's salty but sweet and savory all over? Well, it's a Tudor's Flapjack, of course. A breakfast sandwich that everyone is flipping over. Salty sausage or bacon, or Canadian bacon if you choose. Served between two sweet maple-infused flapjacks, and a savory flavor that will have you begging for more. No matter how your morning stacks up, we've got breakfast covered. Tudor's Biscuit World. Salty, sweet, and savory. That's our flapjacks.
Spaghetti. Wow, Geno's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Geno's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any two-topping large Geno's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
And we are back on WMOV and WJEH, as well as Video Productions and your local TV networks, Channel 10 and Cass Cable. Up to bat here is Hartley out of Lewis County. Courtney Hartley. And she'll pop one softly towards the shortstop. Easy grab, Runyons. Lindsay will squeeze it for out number 1. Here's number 14, Gina Alvaro. 0 for 2 is lined out and gone down looking. At the knees, called strike 1. So we've seen two pretty lopsided games as far as a championship goes, assuming it holds. Do you have a favorite? Anybody stand out between 4 and 3?
I think 4 may have it. I don't know if they decide to pitch. A
long throw, not quite in time.
If they decide to pitch Caleb Bartley again, it may be an interesting game. I think it's going to be an interesting game no matter what. But with her perfect game earlier and a shutout of 9-0, there's a lot of talent on this Region 4 team. A lot of talent. Very heavy hitters, great fielders, a lot of girls that are committed to go on and play at the next level.
Yeah, that was the first thing I noticed. Region 4 is just extremely deep.
Yes.
And there's a lot of talent right here in the valley, the Putnam County area. That is high. And it's, of course, easier to make the trip also.
I do. You're right. It's closer.
And swung on and missed by Ellie Sloan.
So it might just be a South v. South game.
Region-wise. That's one way to look at it. Ground ball, Runyons, easy play second, trying to turn 2, and not in time, but they get the lead runner. And they're 1 out away from sealing the deal to the championship. That'll bring up Katie Kennedy out of Philip Barber. Line drive shot. Easy catch. Hurley. And that will do it for game number 2. 8-1. Region 4 with the big-time victory. So we will take a brief intermission. We'll come back with the losers bracket games. And then the championship as they will shake hands. And we break once again on WMOV and WJEH. We'll be back momentarily with this game's MVP. They give one of those out after every game, so we will let you know that information shortly. Thank you.
If you love spaghetti, wow, Geno's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Geno's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any 2-topping large Geno's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
Salty but sweet and savory all over. Well, it's a Tudor's Flapjack, of course. A breakfast sandwich that everyone is flipping over. Salty sausage or bacon, or Canadian bacon if you choose. Served between 2 sweet maple-infused flapjacks and a savory flavor that will have you begging for more. No matter how your morning stacks up, we've got breakfast covered. Tudor's Biscuit World. Salty, sweet, and savory. That's our flapjacks.
So we are back at Buffalo High School. MVPs for that game for Region 4, Madison Pitts, the pitcher. For Region 2, it was Mahaley Nicholson. So those are your game MVPs. Taking a little break here. The All-State players are going to be announced, not just the North-South players, but everybody that made All-State going to be announced here, as we'll flip it back to our PA, Rachel Reynolds.
Mahaley Nicholson from Roane County. Congratulations, Mahaley. For Region 4, the MVP is Madison Pitts from Spring Valley. Congratulations, Madison. At this time, we're going to recognize all of the Class A first team and all of the Class A second team. Those Class A and Class A first and Class A second team. Is it just seniors only, or you want me to announce everyone?
This is the whole state.
Okay. These are members of throughout the entire state. We'll start with Callie Masters of St. Mary's, and if you're here, make your way to home plate, where Miss Macy Bogus will be presenting you a trophy. Macy Bogus was the team captain last year here at the North-South game, and is also a pitcher at Youngstown State. She was also 2023 Gatorade Player of the Year. So please, when I call your name, if you are here and present, please make your way to home plate. Start again, Callie Masters from St. Mary's, Kimmy Dillman from Buffalo, McKenna Coran from Doddridge County,
She's here.
Josie Frizzell from Wheeling Central, Zoe Winland from St. Mary's, Kiara Cochran from Buffalo, Macy Casto, Ravenswood, Miley Tingler, Petersburg, Fiona Van Meter from Wahama, Ella Bullman, St. Mary's, Haley Muncie, Tug Valley, Peyton Moore, Trinity, J.C. Gray from Ritchie County, Lauren Guthrie from Sherman, Sam Koloff from Petersburg, Madison Rader from Midland Trail, Bailey Beecher from Pendleton, and Bailey Hall from Tug Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, your Class A first team, All-State. Your West Virginia Class A second team, Briley Redden from Greenbrier West, Rockland Marklam from Ritchie County, Amber Williams from Moorfield, Lexi Lowe from Sherman, Anna Casto from Ravenswood, Hayden Bland from Magnolia, Brianna Price from St. Mary's, Ava Johnson from Williamstown, Nevaeh Hall, Midland Trail, Peyton Statz from Wahama, Summer Harvey from Sherman, Hannah Vrent from Charleston Catholic, Ella Chu from Petersburg, Emily Ratchford from Ravenswood, Riley Myers from Doddridge County, Mallory McDiffett from Magnolia, Paige Hopkins from Trinity, and Morgan Cobb from Buffalo. Ladies and gentlemen, your West Virginia Class A second team. Following right along with the West Virginia Class AA first team, Layla Varney from Herbert Hoover, Chloe Murphy from Chapmanville, Mahaley Nicholson from Roane County, Izzy Smith from Bluefield, Natalie Green from Scott, Evie Lloyd from Winfield, Kennedy Schilling from Winfield, Raina Hoover from Weir, Evie Altizer from Chapmanville, Harley Quick from Logan, Emma Lilly from Independence, Keandra Spurlock, Independence, Taylor Likens, Kaiser, Grace Richardson, Bluefield, Riley Mangold, Kaiser, Hannah Shamblin, Herbert Hoover, Jenna Joyce, Shady Spring, and Courtney Boggs, Lewis County. Ladies and gentlemen, your Class AA first team, West Virginia All-State softball team. Continuing on with West Virginia Class A second team, Miley Adkins, Logan, Eliza Utt, Weir, Maddie Carroll, Winfield, Maddie Carney, Oak Glen, Avery Noel, Frankfort, Abby Richardson, Bluefield, Alex Hurley, Winfield, Lindsay Runyons, Poca, Piper Harlan, Roane County, Brooke Christian, Chapmanville, Jaylee Carper, Herbert Hoover, McKinley Barrier, Sissonville, Gina Alvaro, Robert C. Byrd, Ava Parks, Independence, Ava Sampson, Scott, Avery McDaniel, Philip Barber, Maddie Murray, Oak Glen, and Lydia Ellis, Sissonville. Ladies and gentlemen, your West Virginia Class AA second team softball. Okay, moving along. West Virginia Class AAA. First team, Riley Shaw, Lincoln County. Ava Bentley, St. Albans. Katie Justice, Hurricane. Maddie Weissman, Morgantown. Olivia Bell, Cabell Midland. Ava Blake, John Marshall. Maddie Campbell, University. Mela Ortega, Hedgesville. Sydney Young, St. Albans. Gabby Bibb, Washington. Alex Anderson, Hurricane. Becca Beatty, Parkersburg South. Josie Bird, Lincoln County. Alanis McClary, Greenbrier East. Quinn Ballingy, Cabell Midland. Aubrey Smallwood, Beckley. Kayla Bartley, Greenbrier East. And Sydney Turner, Spring Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, your Class AAA West Virginia All-State First Team Softball. Finally, the West Virginia Class AAA Second Team. Audrey Watts, Cabell Midland. Becca Munslow, Jefferson. Chloe Constantino, Washington. Madison Pitts, Spring Valley. Tylee Barton, George Washington. Taylor Boswell, Greenbrier East. Brooklyn Whitehead, Parkersburg South. Punky Harper, Hurricane. Jaden Jones, Hurricane. Kate Swisher, George Washington. Kate Spry, Spring Valley. Addie Armstrong, George Washington. Olivia Masoner, University. Sabrina Rose, Cabell Midland. Kylie Conley, Parkersburg. Sophia Lahozet, University. Carly Constantino, Washington. And finally, Caroline Dunn from South Charleston. Ladies and gentlemen, your West Virginia Class AAA Second Team All-State members. Yes.
If you don't go here to announce, if anyone still needs to hit their second round of the home run derby,
Okay.
go ahead and report to the field now so we can wrap that event up.
Gotcha.
And we'll announce the winners of the others.
This is Tom Sussman from WMOB and WJH.
At this time, if any athlete has not completed their second round in the home run derby, they need to report to that field as soon as possible so they can wrap that up. And then awards will be presented shortly for those individuals who participated in those events. So if you've not completed your second round of home run derby, make your way to the field as soon as possible. Thank you.
We're now going to take a short break, and we're going to stop the live stream until probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock. We'll start at about 2:30. I would suspect the first, the consolation game will probably start about 3 o'clock. But we're going, those folks that are down the line on the network, we're going to take the live stream down, and then we'll start the second session live stream at 2:30. But I would suggest to you the game itself probably won't get started until 3 o'clock. I'm Tom Sussman for Vandalia Media. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.